evening, everybody. Joe Tessitore alongside Teddy Atlas, and welcome to the Staples Center in downtown Los Angeles, California, for our main event of the evening. 12 rounds in the middleweight division between these two great warriors. He's making that final walk that separates man and warrior, soon to be embattled there in the ring. Boom Boom's on his way to the ring. Boy, he looks confident. We've seen it many times with him through the years, but tonight he's bubbling with confidence.
Fighting out of the blue corner, ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Heads of Stone. And his opponent across the ring, fighting out of the blue corner, Boom.
All right, fellas, let's have a good, clean fight. Touch him up and let's go.
Opening stanza of this 12-round fight. Keeps his hands up defensively, protecting the head. Excellent counterpunch by Boom Boom. Good looking right hand after he got hit. Just not there. Straight right hand off the mark. Went to the body there, but unable to connect. Multiple punches coming in now. Nice block by Hands of Stone. Through round number one. You know, boxing is a global sport. I think sometimes in North America we lose touch of that, but boxing is such a global sport, and every little region of the country defines its fighters differently, and the fighters are defined by where they come from.
Yeah, it really is. You know, sometimes if a fighter is from maybe a place where there's not many resources, then you're going to get a fighter who's a little cruder, and he's going to have to be more physical because, you know, he doesn't have the apparatuses in the gym where, you know, he can hit a double end ball, or, you know, he can be inclined to be a little bit more technical. And I think that you're influenced by those kind of things, by the lackings of certain benefits in somebody's background or preparation.
Whatever game plan and strategy they may have come in with, Teddy, they may have just thrown it out the window. They're trading blows nonstop in the round one.
Everything's been thrown out the window. Everything in the room is going out the window, and we love it.
Last 10 seconds of this first round.
You're not giving me enough punches, okay? Throw more punches. Jab, jab, hook. Nice and relaxed. Glory control, right? Got that?
You're standing straight up. Move that body. You need to move that body more. Let's get on that swelling. Get the compress on that.
Here we go. round 2 is underway. There's the headshot, but he parries it away. Able to dismiss that body shot. Not hitting his mark there going upstairs. Took a shot, now he gives a left. Now that's some fine work right there by Hands of Stone.
Work the body.
Must be the punch of the day. Both guys bringing home uppercuts. Halfway through round number 2. See, the defense pays off as he gets rid of that downstairs. Punches in bunches, working well. Oh! Down he goes! He went down! So he is able to get up to his feet after that knockdown, but Teddy, it's what's ahead that's the problem.
Yeah, we're getting a peek right now into his heart, into his soul.
A little give and take, and here comes the left hand. Gets rid of that. It was intended for his head. Remaining in this round. End of that round, and the knockdown was scored. Now, Teddy, the fighter who was floored, how do you treat him? Do you go soft on him when he comes back, or do you get right in his face? What's the way to approach it?
You have to know your fighter. You have to know the temperament of your fighter. Some guys, you know, they just kind of crawl up into a ball and they don't come out of it if you get too strong with them. Other guys, they react well to that. So you got to know what he reacts to, first of all. And the most important thing, you have to get information. Why did he get dropped? You had your right hand down, you got hit the hook, get your right hand up. You'll be okay.
Got to find a way to get through the early goings here of this round. Remember last round, he went down. He was on the canvas.
Now look, he wants to tie his opponent up. That's the best way to get through it right now. But what he doesn't want to do, Joe, is to reach in there, you know, reach out to grab his guy, and then he leaves himself open. He's got to make sure that his opponent's close enough where he goes to grab him, he's not exposing himself to get dropped again.
He scored well after being hit himself. Couldn't hit the elusive target with that straight right. You know, you go out there, a fighter like this, you were just knocked down in the last round. Now you got to go out there, you got to prove to your opponent, hey, I'm fine. You got to prove to the whole arena, hey, look at me, I'm fine. You also have to prove a lot to yourself, though, don't you?
Yeah, but you have to remember, that's a good question, but you have to remember, This fighter has been there before. So just remember, I have dealt with it before. And then you have to beat David Copperfield. A little bit of a magician, a little smoke and mirrors, and con your opponent. Let him think you're all right. Let him think you even want to fight when really you just want to buy a little time.
You need to keep the head moving. Keep your head moving.
Pulls the trigger right away with the left hand after getting tagged himself. Not able to land the headshot. Does it surprise you that he's not going to the body as much as he could be?
Well, what surprises me is that he doesn't have the intuitiveness, you know, just the instinct to understand, to recognize the situation. That's part of the ability of a good fighter, to recognize what he should be doing in a certain situation. He's not seeing that. He should be going downstairs.
Needs to improve that accuracy. Missed with the headshot. Off target with that hook. Targeting that midsection now with the combo. A crushing two-punch combo by Boom Boom. Very clean offense from defense by Hands of Stone. End of the round is upon us. And if the next round holds up like that, we're going to be in for a real treat.
No, we will be, because both these guys have the philosophy that their best defense is their offense.
Listen, you need to move your head more, side to side, okay? I want to see that head move more. Get on that. Get on that.
Here we go with the fourth round. Well-targeted counterpunch by Hands of Stone.
Move your feet.
Good block by Hands of Stone. That's a good block by Boom Boom. Gets rid of that effort. Halfway through round number 4. Parries that punch away. See, the defense pays off as he gets rid of that downstairs.
Let's see some more head moves. Get out of the way.
I don't think that blood's going to be a big deal in terms of his vision. It's on the cheek. He just doesn't want any cut to worsen. Good work with the uppercuts. Nice job there. Nice block. Well-placed counterpunch by Hands of Stone. Fourth round now with its last 10 seconds. We come to the end of the round. A round that I'm having a tough time trying to think about who won. I can only imagine what the judges are thinking about. Teddy, if there's one thing you look for in a round like that and say, okay, I'm going to give it to this guy over this guy, what is it?
Well, the first thing is, if I'm a judge, I take a little notepad and I make a little mark down blue or red corner what he did early. Because sometimes a judge has a tendency to forget what was done early and only go with what went late.
Fight is fight. Jab and move. Jab and move. Listen to me. You're not giving me
Back to action here at the start of this round. That last round was very interesting because it was the kind of round that can turn a fight in a completely new direction. He did well.
Yeah, you know, the old time saying was bad start, good finish. Well, that's what he's hoping for, good finish.
Keep moving. Work the body.
I don't know how they are keeping this up. They are setting such a scorching pace of action in this fight. A crafty counterpunch after a fine defensive effort by Hands of Stone. Good scoring counterpunch by Hands of Stone. Distance such a key factor always, Teddy, when it comes to defense. With his good foot movement, he's been keeping that distance. His opponent, how does he close that gap properly?
Well, first of all, he's got to use his jab to close it because he's getting picked off coming in. He's getting pot shotted. So he's got to have something coming at his opponent that keeps him distracted. Use that jab. Now, don't use it conventionally, Joe. You're jabbing at the head, you're not finding nothing. You're just finding space. So jab a little lower. Drop the sights a little bit. Jab at his chest. Just so you touch something, and then you can work your way in. You can start to find them a little.
Cover your head. Back to the body.
Dismisses his opponent's headshot. I would assume there has to come a point in this fight where he has to make the commitment to throw the power punches. It's hard to envision a way he's going to win this fight without going down that road.
He doesn't have the confidence to do it. I don't know if he's mentally strong enough to do it. I think he's worried about throwing hard at the guy because maybe in his mind that means the guy is throwing hard back at him.
Finish with the
Last 10 seconds. Devastating blow by Hands of Stone. And as this round comes to an end, Teddy, you just get the sense that at any point this fight could come to an end because it is being fought with bad intentions.
Yes, these guys are not behaving like guys that are coming here thinking about going to the scorecards. They're letting everything go in every punch.
Throw him off with head movements. That's it. Throw him off with head movements. Swelling is nothing. Focus on the punch.
Here we are at the start of another round, a round that could simply add on to a new direction and a new course that this fight has taken. I really liked what he was able to do in that last round. Now, he's behind on the scorecards, but you get the sense that the momentum is starting to roll his way.
Well, you get the sense that it's starting to become his kind of fight now.
Oh, and he's got something for him himself, and it's a left hand. Great movement to get away from those punches. He takes a shot and then commits to giving one right back. And a good counter by Hands of Stone. Nice block by Boom Boom. And coming upon the halfway mark of this 3-minute round. Able to get rid of that one. Fine fundamentals, good counter punch. Not hitting his mark there going upstairs. Comes right back at him with a left hand. This is why we love the sport, Teddy. I mean, this is just back and forth action nonstop.
Well, Joe, with special offensive happened in history, you remember where you are. Right now, I'm going to remember where I was during this fight. I'm watching a special epic right in front of me.
Glad to be here doing it, too. What a war this is. Right there on the side of the face, you can see some blood. And there he counters back against his opponent. Final 10 seconds. Hands of Stone is proving to be elusive. So we've come to the halfway point of what has been a very highly competitive bout. And Teddy, if it stays that way throughout this night, then this is going to be an all-time classic.
Nice one. That was good. We have this. Listen, I'm not going to stand here and watch you take those shots. You understand me? Let's see more defense and more punches.
Teddy, what do you think here as we start this round? I mean, you watch what he did in that last round, and you got to think that he can get himself back into this fight.
Well, that's how he's got to be thinking, and that's kind of what he's made up of. He's not a front runner. You know, he's not a fast starter anyway. He's the kind of guy that his real strength is to be able to weigh you down and to have a great resolve and to be able to chip away. He's chipping.
Now there's some blood, but it's underneath the eye. It's on the cheek, so it's not going to impair his vision. Keeps his hands up defensively, protecting the head. Good block by Hands of Stone.
Hello! Come on, side to side.
Off to the side, a little swing and a miss going upstairs. sharp counterpunch by hands of stone. Halfway through the 7th round. He returns the favor with a right hand of his own. Good return fire that time. Nice block by Boom Boom. And his nose has started to bleed.
Keep working the body. Keep your head moving.
Very accurate work with the hook there after fine defense. Teddy, this is one of those moments where you just wish you could pick up the phone and call up the world and say, tune in. Everybody should be watching this, right?
I have a cell phone. I might do that right now.
Start dialing. Solid counterpunch by hands of stone. Oh, he just misses with that headshot. What a good war this has been. What a good, solid fight it's been. The kind of fight that tells me somebody wants to get rid of the other guy.
It almost looks like they made a deal where neither one could win by decision, where if they didn't win by knockout, it doesn't count.
Big jab. Kick his jab. When he throws jab, get the compress off. Get the compress off. And let's work on this one. Work on the swelling.
Good action here tonight. Both guys bringing their best, and both guys meeting each other stride for stride, punch for punch. Tough fight to score here as we're back underway. His opponent wanted the body. He wouldn't give it to him. Very clean offense from defense by Boom Boom. Good block there by hands of stone. Oh, good exchange there. What a great round. 2 minutes in, 60 seconds to go. Takes one, but gives one. Good work by hands of stone. His opponent wanted the body. He wouldn't give it to him. blocked by Hands of Stone. Not what he was looking for. That's a miss right there by Boom Boom. As we come to the end of the round, Joe and Teddy with you ringside. Teddy, that's one of those rounds where I wonder what were the judges looking for, because it's tough to kind of draw a line between those two fighters.
Yeah, very close, but one of those rounds where you could steal it. You did a little bit more in those last 30, 20 seconds. Maybe that's the impression the judges are left with.
Okay, side to side, lean to the side, then boom, comes the counterpunch. Don't worry about it. We'll take care of the cut. It's nothing. Small cut, nothing to worry about.
Back to live action now in what has been a closely contested fight. One of those fights that somebody is still waiting to break through and be a difference maker in. Able to block that away. It was targeted for his head. Takes one, but gives one. Good work by Hands of Stone. Needs to improve that accuracy. Missed with the headshot. Blocks away that headshot. That was not well targeted by Boom Boom. Great fight. I mean, just a great fight. Both guys giving their all back and forth.
It doesn't get much better.
It's been 2 minutes of non-stop action. Now the final minute has arrived. Defense just covering up down low. This has been a very entertaining fight. A little time to reflect here at the end of this round. My thoughts being this: I would really be surprised if we go to a decision here. It just has that kind of feel to it.
Yeah, it has a feel to me like going to one of those places where you can eat all the pasta you can for one price, you know? And some guys get carried away. They eat about 5 bowls. Well, these guys, they're going to have a stomachache at the end. Somebody is going to wind up not standing at the end.
Don't worry about it. We'll take care of the cut. It's nothing. A small cut, nothing. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. It's one of nothing.
And we are back underway. Another round in a fight that's been very entertaining, but I wouldn't want to be a judge. This is one of those fights that could go either way.
Get it out. Get it out.
Gets rid of that. It was intended for his head. gets rid of that body shot. Good defense upstairs to stay away from that offensive assault. Nice block by hands of stone. Lands the counter. Hey, we all want to see power punches. It's good for the game. It's exciting. But we prefer to see them landed. I'm sure he feels the same way. He can't land any.
No, and the reason for it is the basement. You know, you can't have a top floor. You can't have a penthouse if your basement is not there. Well, he wants a penthouse and his basement's not there. You know, his feet are way out of position. He's got to get into position, take steps, and then let it go. You know, he's just charging. He's launching the shots. He's falling in.
This is great stuff. I mean, great stuff. Bringing it every which way they are.
Joe, you remember the time you were on a vacation, you saw that perfect sunset?
Oh, yeah.
It was just beautiful. This is beautiful.
Blocks that punch. Accurate uppercut after taking a shot of his own. End of the round here. Joe and Teddy with you ringside. It's turning out to be a very good fight because it's very competitive. It's one of those fights that's really hard to score.
Yeah, it is hard to score. It's going to be up to the judges now. Hopefully, they've been watching the way they need to watch, and they're competent enough to make sure that it's not just a matter of who's throwing, but, you know, who's really landing.
All right, all right. We're going to cut. Nothing. Carry it away from the kitchen. Got that? It's going to happen. You're going to catch it. You're going to catch it.
Back to action here at the start of this round, which is just part of what has been a very evenly fought fight. One of those fights that's going to be very hard to score. Boom Boom showing you a little defensive skill there, able to move away from that punch. Well, we told you it could be this kind of fight, and as advertised thus far.
Keep working the body.
Thought he had his target, but way off to the side with the uppercut. A nice, crisp hook after a fine defensive effort. His opponent wanted the body. He wouldn't give it to him. Comes right back with some offense of his own. 1 minute to go in a round that feels like an all-time classic. Punch for punch, they're meeting each other. Right there on the side of the face, you can see some blood. Fires right back at him. Good job protecting himself. Able to dismiss it. Good block by Hands of Stone. Boom Boom's movement's really helping him out, avoiding that punch. Well, as that round comes to an end, it gives us a moment to kind of reflect on this overall fight. Teddy, my thoughts are pretty clear-cut. This is the kind of fight that just takes on a personality of its own. This is an all-out war.
Yeah, this is kind of like watching a guy who's not on a budget. You know, he's spending with both hands. You know, when he goes home, he's going to have no money in his pockets. And when this fight is over, these guys are going to have nothing left in the gas tank, and it's probably not going to a decision.
Which way will it go? Both men want it badly. Now the final round. Here's one for you now, he says. Right back with the left hand. Blocks that punch. Hands of Stone's movement helped out there. He avoided that punch. This is why we love the sport, Teddy. I mean, this is just back and forth action nonstop.
Well, Joe, with special events have happened in history, you remember where you are. Right now, I'm going to remember where I was during this fight. I'm watching a special epic right in front of me.
Glad to be here doing it, too. What a war this is. That was not well targeted by Boom Boom. Good way to protect the midsection. A good block. Get away from that headshot with the block. Teddy, you can see quite clearly that cut is becoming a major problem for him.
What does he have to do strategically here to deal with it?
Well, there's three lines of defense, Joe, whether you're cut or you're not cut. One is use your legs, get out of range a little bit. The other is move your head, the other is block. He has to pick one of those defensive strategies, one of those choices, and put it into place.